Hi everyone, it's Karen here. Welcome to another video with me and Lavinia Stamps. The theme for the Creative Challenge this month is a touch of sparkle. And what better way to add a sparkle to your projects than this fabulous holographic glitter by Lavinia. Look at that, so sparkly, these lovely coarse crystals of sparkle. Look at that. So that is bound to add a lovely touch of sparkle to any of your projects. So here I've got a lovely card in my favourite colours for you, using the lovely little Naya Fairy, she's new, Fairy Towns, Cedar. Isn't that lovely? Look at just the detail on that foliage there. And then one of the older stamps, which is one in the two-part set of Glow Flowers. Lovely, lovely. I'm also using the circle masks, and I've got a stencil in the background. This one's Flora. So we will get started. I've got an A6 card. I'm using my favourite colours today. I've got Blueprint Sketch Dusty Concord. I've stamped it in black, in Nocturne. And I am going to start with my blue. I'm going to apply the ink with my smoothie. That way you get a quick, even coverage of the ink. Out of my circle mask set, I'm taking the smallest little circle. I'm just going to place it a couple of centimetres from the left of the card and a few more centimetres down from the top. Then I am going to apply my ink. I'm just going to hold it in place. When I apply my ink, I'm always going to start off the card. And I'm just swirling it round in a circular motion. So did you know that if you enter the Creative Challenge, and all you need to do is look on the website, there's a tab at the top that links you to the Creative Challenge and how to enter. You can enter up to 5 times in the month. The winner is drawn by a random number generator, so everyone has an equal chance. And if you win, £40 for your delight to spend on Lavinia goodies from the website. So you can see I'm just rubbing this round. I went a bit dark there, but no worries. Once we've blended the other colour on the top and then put our stencil on, we will manage to camouflage that a little. So you can see what I've done. I've gone darker in at the corners and then around the sides a bit lighter, darker at the edges, and then the centre is a bit softer. I'm just going to make sure that I do have a bit of a glow around this moon mask. I'm just going to make sure that I've got a bit of a glow around this moon mask, and to do that I'm just going to start in the centre of the acetate and just gently flick my smoothie out around the edge. There you go. So then you get that lovely moon there. Now, not to worry if that's not particularly smooth and even. This time, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to clean up this because I don't want too much of that blue over my purple, even though I am going to mix the two colours together. And I'm going to bring in my Dusty Concord. So Dusty Concord is a kind of muted purple, but over the Blueprint Sketch, it's really beautiful. So you're just going to do exactly the same, but you're not going to bring it in as far as the blue. So you can see the blue shining through the purple and blue. So I'm going to leave that blue around the moon and around the edges of my card. Now, by layering these two colours on together, you just get a depth that you can't achieve with one colour. You see, look at that lovely colour that's coming. And now I'm just going to carry on working it through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back my little circle mask, pop it over my moon, and then I'm going to pick up my stencil, which is Flora, and I'm just going to spritz it with my water bottle. Tap it off a bit. Bring my card back in situ. And then I'm just going to pop this over the top of that blend. So now you know why I said it doesn't really matter if the blend isn't perfect, because we're going to create some texture with our stencil. And then you're just going to tap it with your cloth or a piece of kitchen towel so that you trap the water between the stencil and your card. So you can see that lovely texture is starting to come through as that water has bleached out the colour from your ink. I do like to let it dry on its own. You get a more pronounced effect if you do that. But you can heat dry it, you can dab it. Now before we start your stamping, you do want to make sure that your card is completely dry. Otherwise, when we do some of our stamping, it's going to smudge a little. As I mentioned, I am going to do my stamping with VersaFine Clear Nocturne. And the first thing that I am going to do is put my fairy towns, my little signpost, in my picture. And there, I'm just going to pop this over here. Give it a good press. Look at that. The detail on these stamps is amazing. Tracy's just done it again. Beautiful images. So when I'm doing a design like this, you can see that I put the main focal points in first, and then we can build up the other pieces around it. So I'm going to pop this around about there. This is the smaller glow flower from that set. And then I'm going to take the gorgeous little fairy. She is so delicate. You can even see her eyelashes. If we look closely, once I've stamped it, I'll show you. We can see her little eyelashes. So we want to position her so that she's sort of looking up at the signpost. And look, you can see what I mean about her eyelashes. There, look at that. Now, I'm going to take my corner rounder punch and just snip the edges. That will just give me a slightly different look to my card. Then I'm going to take my cedar stamp and again with my Nocturne I'm just going to pop this in and around the bottom. If you don't have this stamp, my goodness, how many lovely foliage stamps do you have to choose from here? And I'm just going to orient this in and around the bottom of the card like that. And again, the detail on this one is amazing. Right, let me just clean this off. Lovely. Now the sparkly bit. So with the sparkle, I'm going to use my Quickie glue pen. So that's just a pen. And actually, I've used a lot of other glue pens in my time, but this one is fabulous. It hasn't got clogged or anything. So I'm just going to dot it. Can you see that? Just gentle dots, not overthinking them, leaving irregular gaps between them. And I'm going to do 2 of the signs, and then I'm going to put my glitter on. Then I'm going to come in and do the other 2 signpost or labels. Toad Castle 4 miles. Dragon's Wood 8 miles. What fun. Look at that. Okay, and now I'm going to put the glitter on her wings. Now, because this is pretty coarse glitter, you want to, as I'm dotting this, you want to make sure there are gaps between your dots on her wings. Otherwise it will look like a big blobby mess because the glitter is so coarse. Then I'm just going to add a bit of sparkle onto the glow flowers. So there you have it. Look at that. And this glue dries really quickly, so your card will be ready in no time. So there you have it, some inspiration for the challenge, which is a touch of sparkle. I'd love to see what you make, so please tag me if you do make it. And I'll be back again real soon with another video. Bye for now.